Yo. Today's encouragement is realistic what ifs. Realistic what ifs. I was speaking with a client the other day, and they were talking about how whenever they had to deal with challenging conversations, they realized that their mind always went to a negative outcome, a negative response. When I do this, I just know that they're going to be really mad, or they're going to blow up, or they're going to hate me, or whatever the case is. Always to the negative. And she realized that that didn't serve her to stay in that place. It didn't help her outlook on the conversation. It didn't help how she then approached the other person, just knowing that they were just about to, cut loose on her. So I want to encourage you to consider, yes, there's reality. And if you've been following along, you kind of know my perspective on that. Yes, there are sort of likely or statistically likely outcomes from time to time. There's possibilities that may lean more possible or less possible. So I recognize that there may be some conversations where it may feel like there's a very high possibility that it could be tense, and that's real. So there's no Pollyanna here ever for me, and I recognize that there are some things that lean more possible than others, but many times we go to the negative. And so I want to encourage you to think about, if we get to make up these what ifs anyways, right? We get to make up these potential outcomes. Why don't we at least consider some that may be favorable? While we're making things up, let's make up some that could be great. One way you can do this is to look at it through sort of three lenses. And this is not as most of my things are, this comes from reading, and I can't remember where I picked it up, but I don't mind telling you it's not an original thought. But you can go best case, worst case, and most likely. Now, are we fabricating all these anyways? Of course, because we still have to have the conversation. We still have to make the investment, or make the bet, or build the business, or whatever the case is. But it at least sometimes can calm our, lizard brain, if you will, by taking a minute and running through this three scenarios. What is the best case scenario here? Now, my encouragement here is to have a little sprinkling of reality, right? Oh, the best case is it gives me all the money, and nothing goes wrong, and all is right in the world. That's probably not a best case. That's like dream case, right? So a legitimate best case scenario, best outcome possible here. Same thing with the worst, right? The worst case is he jumps across the table and, punches me in the face and sues me for all that I'm worth. Is that really a possible worst case? I'll leave that up to you. I'm making it up anyways. So best case, worst case, and then what's the most likely thing here? And it's fuzzy. We can't be for sure, but it's worth considering. Based on what I know, based on how I'm choosing to approach this, based on the other side of the table, or the business market, or my team, or whatever the case is, what's a reasonable expectation for how this might go? What's the most likely? And then you can move forward. Do we know what's going to happen? No. But sometimes that helps calm the brain from just going off the rails. All right. So my encouragement to you is, A, there's an exercise you can use. And B, if you're choosing what ifs, and a lot of them are sort of the deep end, then at least be willing to play fair and have some what ifs that could be great. Hey, as always, I'm pulling for you. I look forward to talking to you next time.